and that's what happens, and that's what happens. So that's what happens. So that's what happens. All right. It's funny because I was talking to, hi everybody, hi Tina, hi Beth. Beth, I'm going to be in Tecumseh this Wednesday. Let me make sure you guys can't see any of the mess, right? Tina, there's only like organization. If you guys could see what's going on. Tina, I need you more days than just whatever day I said this week. Whatever day are we on Thursday this week? Okay. I had originally said that there wasn't going to be any Mediumship Monday on Mondays for the next couple of Mondays. But you know what I said? Whatever. That's what I said. I was like, whatever. I guess I'm going to do it. I kind of felt like it. It feels like such a part of my routine that it's just a little bit weird not to do it. So what I'll do is, you know what I've been finding out lately, and I don't know why this is yet, but I'm not seeing everybody's chats or everybody's whatever they're saying. So I don't know if it's here. No. So something happens that I'm not able to see what people are saying as they're saying it on Facebook. So usually I look afterwards and then I'll see like, oh, I didn't even see that was said anywhere. So there you go. So I'm just going to, what are we going to talk? We're talking about change. Look, change could be instantaneous and change could take time. I've been in the middle of a change for a number of years, and it is I'm finally here into fruition of my change. I don't know which is scarier. What do you think? I wonder what is scarier, but I wonder if it's scary only because of how we think about change. And I literally just got bit by a mosquito in my house. Oh, I hate them. Okay, so hi Sarah, I'm glad to see you here. So change is something that I think that is important to talk about, but it's also a pretty scary subject, depending on how it comes and depending on what you decide to vibrate on with it. So I had some things happen last week that really took me down like a real. If you're not connected to my newsletter, I strongly suggest that you connect to it, and you can find it at jannycook.com. If you go there, you'll find what you'll see is a little sign up that will come up. A little sign up that'll come up, and you'll be able to put in your email address, and it will add you to my list of just people of whatever I'm talking about that week. And right now, it's been talking about what change looks like, how it looks like, why it looks so difficult on some different levels. And I really had to own that I got hit by something that happened that was totally out of my control. But I made a mistake with it as well. But it was totally out of my, there was nothing I could do except own it and kind of ride this wave. And I'm still riding the wave. It's not done. But I spoke about it in the newsletter today. I went to my niece's graduation over the weekend, and the art teacher said something that really was very comforting to me. It took a while I heard it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's right. So you are unrepeatable. Absolutely, entirely, 100% unrepeatable. There is nothing and no way anybody anywhere could repeat you. You're one of a kind. So I always think, I'd like to think about like really big things when we do this. So maybe at some point I may talk about what happened, but because I just want to, well, who knows? We'll see if it does or not. But I want to talk about how we give our power away to situations, to people. Maybe we do that to celebrities. Maybe we do it to other situations around us. Maybe we do it even to like inanimate objects, like our cars or I don't know, like I'm very invested in this dresser that I'm redoing. Like, no, my mom told me she hates it, but I love it. So like there's an investment, but we tend to give our power away to whatever we're working on or working with. And I want to offer a couple of things that I've been thinking around this, because since I get thrown into these like situations where I have to really work on myself, let's say, I really kind of dive deep into what's happening. And sometimes I do it justice, sometimes I don't do it justice. But um, I've realized on a couple of different levels that I have given my power away, given my power to somebody else, given my power to not only that, but also not taking care of myself, not like following my own dreams of where I want to go. So we are, and my whole premise for all of mediumship that we talk is we're a symbiotic creature. We are a human animal and we are spirit, connect and fuse as one. Now, spirit doesn't live like in your crown or in your root or anywhere, specifically one spot. It lives in every entire cell of your body, not just one place. You can electrify your body and really begin to you can really begin to connect with soul and spirit in every cell of your body. But when we decide that somebody else is more powerful, or we lament because we don't have our Thich Nhat Hanhs, they're not in our backyard, or we're really worried that somebody's not going to like us, that's a really big thing, actually. Not being liked, not being cared for, not being accepted by the people that we want to be accepted, cared for, and loved. So I just want to think about, and I want you to think about where you give your power away and who do you give it to? I mean, part of me like knows that I have 3 kids and they have absolute, almost utter control over me, right? Because their needs are very high and I have to make sure that I meet those needs and whatever they may be. But where else in your life? You know what? I'm going to just like a little dirty secret about me is I used to all the time look up like celebrity gossip all the time. Who was doing what was happening, what was doing this, what was doing that, blah, 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 blah. And not that I compared my life to them, because that's not what I did. But I did think like, maybe, I don't know, maybe they have something better because they're like super rich and famous, and maybe I've done something wrong. And then and as time has gone on, like I like to just say that because it's just silly. Yeah, it's exactly. So I would I would peruse like Perez Hilton all the time and TMZ, but part of it is like my best friend calls it fuging. Like I'm just filling up my time without having to really take a look at what was going on. So I want to offer that maybe our starstruckness that we have in our culture is not a way um, to actually put these people on a pedestal, but maybe it's more of a way to not really look at our own lives, not really see where we're giving our power away, not really comparing ourselves to some like completely ridiculous ideology that has gotten us to the place we are right here over and over and over again. It's kind of funny because last night I actually went on Perez Hilton and I didn't recognize it at all. And I thought, I'm so glad, like I'm somehow disconnected from that craziness that is sort of, is sometimes my life, that craziness that is sometimes my life. So I think that it's an interesting way to look at what's happening when you see what you're fuging on, what you're spending your time not doing that you want to do. And so part of me is like, so this month I'm moving. I am moving to a new place. I'm downsizing, so I have to I have to get rid of a lot of things. So if you need clothes, kitchen stuff, I think I might have like a corner desk that's huge. If you need, I got tons of it. If you need books, I've got tons of books too. I actually don't have. Let me back that up. Let me say, I don't have a lot of. I don't have metaphysical books I'm giving away. Just so you know, like, hold on. I'll be more than happy to share them, but I don't. I'm not giving away any metaphysical books. I don't think. I might have an extra copy of Rebecca Rosen's Spirited. So if somebody's interested in that, I also have like a set of Dr. Seuss sheets, which are pretty cool. Anyway, if you come help me move, you have free reign to look at everything and take, you can talk to me because I'm definitely open with giving almost everything away. So, but having this move come up, and having like this thing happen last week that was really intense for me. I really got into a space where it was a really downward spiral for myself, and I had a hard time seeing where things were going to be okay. I had a hard time vibrating to a better frequency, And it's so easy to do that hindsight. I don't want to make it sound like this is something you should automatically do and automatically know how to do. Like you should be like, this is something that comes from falling. This is something where you actually like, oh my God, I did it again. Or, oh my God, I did it again. Or you're finding yourself going through a cycle where you're learning you look like you're learning the same lesson, but you haven't got it down yet. And then you get to have a client. She's like, I'm burning it all. And I'm starting again. And that's kind of what's happening here. I'm burning it all and I'm starting again. So it's an exciting time. So I want to kind of offer that it can be an exciting time instead of a time where like you're jumping more into your happiness. So part of what I was going to do is and especially for my YouTube people, I'm going to start really diversifying my channel over here, because I just decided that you know what? There's resin river tables. I'm building them. I think it's going to be so much fun. I can't even take it. Like I'm watching all these, maybe it's fuging a little bit, but those, if you don't know what a river table is, just search up river table in YouTube or on Google, on the Google, and it will tell you what a river table is. It is gorgeous, and you can do so many different things with it and different tints and anyway, check it out. It's super cool. So I'm gonna do that in my spare time, but I'm also moving. I have a day job still. I'm also moving like very close to that. So I'm going to be walking and riding my bike there. And hi Paula. Hi Carol. Carol, I haven't seen you in a long time. Just wondering how you're doing, Carol Jubenville. And so yeah, so I'm gonna start doing that, and I'm gonna start I'm gonna bring you more into my life than I ever have before. So so hold on to that. It's gonna be pretty exciting, I think. Especially on YouTube. Facebook, if you want to find out, like, you have to go over to the tube. There's just no way around it. Okay. So I want to that's kind of what I wanted to talk about is I want to talk about one other thing. And I think my phone is charging, so it's not going to be of use. So I had a client, somebody that's, friends, got a hold of me, and that there was a person, I think she was in Chelsea, talking about teaching people this light language that you can speak over to your clients and will help raise their vibration and frequency. And I had a friend's mom who I adore. She's called Grandma Kathy to my kids. She, long time ago, when EFT tapping, you know what that is? It's actually a very good tool. Somebody was going to charge her to learn how to use it, like $300, and it's just like a tap, 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 all these different little taps that you have to do while thinking about it, right? So I wanna say, like, you really need to get when you're looking at taking courses. I want to offer this, especially when it comes to this light worker person, because I know it's in the Michigan area. I think it's in Chelsea. I think it's in Chelsea that you're the only one who can raise your vibration and frequency. You're the only one who can actually like take a look at your life and make it different. A million people can tell you what they think you should do based on their own projections and their own beliefs and their own past that they keep pushing over onto you, but you are the only one. So if anybody says, I'm going to speak like higher vibrations and frequencies just to get you into a higher vibration and frequency, it doesn't work. Okay. It has to be your agreement. And I want to say, your intention is what does it. Not them, your intention. So this is, I'm pretty tough when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to doing mediumship or any metaphysical thing, you can't give your power away. If you give your power away, you can't find your way back to your road, and then somebody else is in charge of you, and then if somebody else is in charge of you, they could easily say, you know what, I think you need prayers prayed upon you. I'll give you, that'll be $500. $500 and or $1,000. Or there was a court case in New York, and this woman, and I'm not going to call her a psychic because she wasn't, took this older lady for thousands of dollars, like 47, or it was like ridiculous, like $50,000, just to light candles, just to keep her intention. Don't fall for that. That's not the way it goes. It's just not the way it goes. So you have to know, do your research, do like little primers. And speaking of that, I will be at Sal's this Wednesday. Yep, this Wednesday. I am halfway between this new house and this old house, so I hope to God I can figure out where my clothes are, where my makeup is, and where my microphone and speaker is. So it's somewhere between two places, and I should be there by 6 o'clock. So let's see here. Are you still working midnights, Carol? So yeah, and I think it's so. Okay, what else was I gonna say? I may start scripting these a little bit more so they're not just all over the place, because I could pretty much ramble on, and not so bad. It's been 20 minutes. So if you think it's been rambling, you can private message me and tell me. I'm always interested in your feedback, and I'm no matter what it is. So please, reach out. Reach out and tell me what you think and what you think could be better, because I'm only one person doing one thing. Actually, I do a ton of things. I do multiple things, but I'm one person just trying to show up every week to help you get through your week. So, okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple of readings here, and we'll see what we get. Now, as a group reading, as I would say, when I connect with people here, this is a group setting. So it means that if something feels right to you and you can feel it for your soul, it's yours to take. So I'm not going to push down on names. We'll see what happens. I'm working on names. I have a couple baby books. I'm trying to think about names a lot more and care about names, because that's what actually has to happen, right? I care more about the feelings and the emotions and the person and the soul than names, because your name is so transient. I guess it's not, but it is, right? It's not, but it is. The duality of life. It's so crazy. So crazy. So, I'm actually, Stephanie, I feel like I have your grandfather here with me, because when I see that you're, so, okay. So one of the things that he's showing me like it was I see that you're saying there was a car accident. He's showing me it was a really bad car accident. And he, there's part when, okay, hang on a second. Cause I need to let you know that he's glowing in white. He's making me feel like he's shown up to you in the physical. So you have seen him because he's glowing this white, which is my sign and symbol for he's made himself present. He's also making me feel like he's trying to bring you peace because he's also doing this glowing. He's showing me having a hat on, and he's also showing me, I want you to know, because there's this feeling of being so together at the time of, I know that your grandparents passed together, but it's making me feel as if when they passed together, they just, when they pass together, like they were together, like either holding hands or talking to each other. There feels like there's some sort of interaction that happened between them prior to death to let them know they solidified. He's showing, I don't see her coming through right now, but that doesn't mean anything. He feels like a very strong spirit, and it was like he navigated more things and he was able to, I don't want to say the stronger of the two, but it feels like he was more worldly and understood things faster. That's kind of the word I want to use, is faster. So, he is showing me like that baseball cap, like not baseball cap, a kind of a golf cap that older men wear. Does that make sense to you? Okay. You know what, Karen? Remind me about the spray. Like, I'm going to get some right now and put it in my purse or something. Okay, I'll bring the spray. I'll bring the aura spray. So, so he's actually showing me a deep faith, like a deep religious faith. And he's showing me not the burning heart of Jesus, but he is showing me being with JC. And also showing me like, that they're not showing up to validate so much, but other than push you peace, push you peace, push you peace, push you peace over and over again. It's making me feel like there's a ton of turmoil in your life, and it's not settling well. Things aren't happening easily for you right now. And what he's trying to say is you have to find more peace in what's happening right now. Okay, so that he's also saying like you haven't. If you've seen him, you haven't heard him. So he's telling me that once you settle a little bit into a peaceful state, you'll be able to hear grandma more. She feels a higher vibration. Like I feel her higher. And so she's, but she's with angels right now. That's what I just got shown. She's with angels. You know, if I was have to critique, this is the hard part about giving readings. If I was have to critique that reading, I would probably say, It's so hard because I don't know. I'm just gonna go on. The Janny side of me is still up. So I'm hearing like an Earl. I'm hearing Earl, and I'm hearing another E name. Almost makes me feel like an Evan. They can call out what they frequently do, where they call out names on people are alive and people who have passed. So if they're trying to get to you, they'll make me say anything. They're showing me Earl again, and also showing me. It's what are you showing me? So when I do mediumship, I have this idea of definitions. You show me this, it means that. You show me this, it means that, right? Rarely ever do I hear that. Rarely ever do they keep to the script. They make it all up as we go, so everything's different. Okay, an Earl? There's an Earl. Is this because he feels like he's crossed the other side? Also feels southern. Is that he's showing me? He's showing me really talking slowly and calmly. He's also showing me. So what he showed me, I know it's going to be a delay, Camille, and okay. So all right. So he's showing me. He's showing me going through a really hard time in life, and then kind of making peace with himself. He's showing me. I gotta say, is he from the South? Because he keeps pulling me down on my map of the United States. He keeps pulling me down south. Keeps pulling me down south. So he could be, or he had that like mentality about him where he was just everything was calmer and I'll get there when I get there and things along those lines. So, oh, so so I have to add, so I'm asking him what his message is, just so you know. Um, Now, when a soul comes through, like they're doing it for usually a couple of reasons. One, to let you know that they love and care about you, and because it takes a lot of energy for them to come down, for me to go up, and for us to have this like tango between the two of us. Camille, he just said, I'm sorry. He lowered his head and apologized. So I've got to say, I don't know why he's apologizing to you. He's just saying that he's just apologizing. And in his apology, he's making me feel, honestly, I feel like he didn't treat you very well or pushed a lot onto you is what he's showing me. So he's taking responsibility for that. And I think that's very important for you to know because it feels like it's like there's a pain. Okay. Were you telling him he had to go to the doctor? Because he's making me feel like I didn't listen. I didn't listen. This kind of what I keep feeling. It's like I didn't listen. Um, I didn't listen. Remember when he's just making me feel I didn't listen. I didn't. He may like he might have been slow in talking, but he didn't care what anybody else thought. He lived his life, and there's like I live my life. I'm taking responsibility for it. He could have had. He's seeing how he could have had much more fun if he just kind of played the game with everybody. Okay, let me see here. Oh, okay. 2 weeks. I don't know. Oh, so he had a speech issue. Okay, that makes sense. Because did he talk slowly when he spoke? I know. I swear I was. I told you guys I wasn't gonna listen. I wasn't gonna do the delay because it really does. And it's annoying. I know everybody's sitting here listening to what I'm saying, going, "Tell me something else." So, so I gotta tell you, I'm also having a young boy coming forward. I just feel like this is like a soul that has crossed really young. It's like, I mean, he's not that young. I want to be like 7, 8 years old. He's showing me being in this age, and oh, I feel like there was a congenital something with his chest. There's also a he just showed me a lot of pain in his chest. So if I feel like there's something of the chest that happened, it also could have been a sudden impact because it just doesn't make sense. And I'm like gone. I need to make sure that whoever is the parents who's listening to this, that at some point it's going to, he's making me feel like oh, he's making me feel as if he wants to throw up or the person that is, um, oh God. The mother is like is throwing up like she's showing me what the mom feels like and it's so there's a lot of like esophagus pain, a lot of like heartburn that's coming up for this mother, a lot of like maybe even vomiting that's happening a lot more than usual, showing me that and showing me that it's time actually to go to the doctor. So this son is coming forward trying to get the the mother, to go to the doctor because there's something wrong that has to get looked at. And I have to wait just to see if he if that's the right message, because then he'll release me, like he'll release my body. So yeah. Hi, Patty. Are you back from Florida right now to come here in the rain and the freezing cold? What is it like right now? What is it? 69 degrees, but it doesn't feel like it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have for you tonight. If you're in town, around town, come to Tecumseh. I'll be at Sal's on Wednesday. The doors will open in the side room at 4 o'clock, and you can eat and be merry. And I will be there hopefully by 6. I'm hoping, again, between 2 different places, so I'm going to have to try and maneuver how that looks. So, see light, be light, yo. Have a good night. Ciao. And end. Thanks, Azara. I so love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace.